destroyer. So Nanjing destroyer is the type 052D. Would you please introduce to us the role of Nanjing destroyer in the battle? Okay, Nanjing warship is of the type 052D. It also has a strong capacity of anti-ship and anti-submarine capabilities. There are different kind of radars on board so that we can detect all kinds of threats. We also have vertical launching systems for different types of missiles to deal with threats. This is a large caliber weapon that can target mid-range targets. Thank you, Mr. Feng. Thank you for your introduction. So the warships are really capable of all the targets, all the work. Thank you, Mr. Feng. Okay, let's take a look at the wharf. In almost 2 hours, the second session of our program of voice will be broadcasted here, and we also have with us some captains to join the program. 3 youth representatives from Voice will also join us in the program. So let's say hi to the 3 representatives. They're at Zhengzhou warship. Hello everyone, I'm here at the deck of Zhengzhou warship. As you all know, the program Voice will shoot its second session on the wharf. And today our guest is Ms. Wei Huixiao, captain in probation of Zhengzhou warship. 1 week ago, we released a video of Ms. Wei Huixiao and also solicited questions from netizens. And we selected 3 of them, 3 youth representatives to join our program. 2 representatives will join us on site, and another one is still mysterious. Okay, the first representative is Shu Yu. Shu Yu left 3 posts on our website. He's a sophomore. Hello everyone, I'm Shu Yu. I'm still an undergraduate. I want to be enlisted this year to pursue my dream in the army. Okay, Shu Yu, can you tell the audience what excites you most today? I would be most thrilled to see Ms. Wei. Okay, the second representative, Zhang Ting. Hello. Have a guess what profession she is in. Would you please tell us the answer? Hello everyone. I'm Zhang Ting. I'm responsible for defusing bombs. So what are you most looking forward to? I'm really interested in the equipments on board. So I really want to see what equipments are there on a warship. I believe Zhang Ting can speak for a lot of our netizens. Today we are very lucky to have with us Mr. Wu Pengfei from Zhengzhou warship. Okay, say hi to the netizens. Hello everyone, I'm Wu Pengfei from Zhengzhou warship. Can you give us a brief introduction of the environment here? Okay, we are at the deck. You can see the two chains. The two chains are linked to the anchor. They can help us stop the vessel. So below the chains, we have the anchor, and the warship is fixed at the wharf by the anchor. No, it's fixed on the sea by the anchor. Okay, let's have a closer look at the chain. The diameter of the chain is around 7 centimeters. This is a 100 millimeter gun. It can aim at targets on the water surface and on the ground. So those are the ammunition that we actually use. Yes, they are of the same size, but this is for training. In the past, we need a staff to load the shell. But now we have modernized equipment that can automatically load the shells. Today, the two young representatives can have some challenges. First, you can try whether you can hold the shells, whether you can raise them up. So actually, men and women on board can lift those shells, right? Yes. We need to have such a position. Use your strength at the waist and then raise them up. 1, 2, 3. You need to hold them firmly. So it's like what we do when we work out in the gym. Basically, you need to lift the shell for 15 times. But for the young representatives, I think we need to make it easier. For the boy, 3 times, and for the girl, only once. Okay? Okay, let me have a try. We have 2 officers to help ensure the safety during training. Okay, succeed. Zhang Ting, have a try. And watch out. It's really heavy. So I can feel that the weight of the shell is not even. This is ammunition for training. And it's also a traditional training of the Navy to lift the shell. In front of us is a launching system. And there's a model of the warship here. The 1:100 model of Zhengzhou warship. And then we'll introduce the basic structure and our past today. This is a new generation of guided missile destroyer. It is commissioned in 2013. Its width is 17 meters. Its largest speed is 29. And its displacement is over 5,300 tons. And we are here at the frontal part of the deck. And here we see the air defense missile system. This is the launching system for shells. So the main artillery is capable of aiming at the air, the surface, and also the ground. Would you please show us the capacity? We'll go through the deck, through the interior, the cafeteria, and then we'll go to the latter part of the ship, or the stern, where we can see the deck for helicopters. So the two young representatives today will go through some challenges. If everything goes as planned, they can go to the cockpit, where they can see Ms. Wei Huixiao, the captain in probation for this warship. Okay, there are two directions and a test for the two young representatives. Have a guess whether we should head left or right. I think right. So you two have agreed that we should head right. Yes, right answer. Actually, we can reach the stern through both directions, but we'll go through the right direction, because this is the Euro practice on the deck. If we go from the frontal part to the latter part of the deck, we'll go through the right direction. Then from the stern to the frontal part, we'll go through the left direction. Is a number for the room. For rooms on the left and rooms on the right, we have different serial numbers. Mr. Wu, we see that there are many such protective equipments and also firefighting equipments here. So is it the Euro practice that we put them here without a shield, without a glass cover? On the warship, we are most afraid of fire, so we can see such fire protection equipments everywhere. And there are also masks that can protect human beings from the smog or smoke on the deck. This is for individuals. This is a firefighting equipment. This garment is worn during firefighting. There are gloves and also speakers inside. And this is the extinguisher. So how many are there on the deck? And where do you put them? Basically, we'll put as many of them as possible on the deck. And it also depends on the specific conditions on the deck. This equipment is for cables to connect us to the ground. It is actually a guarantee of power supply on the board. Once we are connected, we can enjoy electricity supply from the ground. But when we are offshore, we have our own power generation systems. Okay, next, the cafeteria for the officers. The catering service on board is not bad, yes. This is where officers have meals. Altogether, it can accommodate over 100 officers. So do you cook on board? Yes. We have our own kitchen and the kitchen staff. For lunch and dinner, we can have 6 dishes and 1 soup. And for the dishes, how do you establish the diet for officers? We solicit opinions from officers and we change them every week. We also have committees, supervisory committees to collect opinions from officers. So what do you usually eat? We accommodate the tastes of officers from different localities across China. There is also an opinion book here. This is for officers' posts. And they can leave their remarks here, whether they think the dishes are too salty or not. I'll read you 1 or 2. The spicy soup is very good, but I think we need instruction from Henan locals, because this is the Zhengzhou warship. I can find the feeling of first love from your scrambled egg fried rice.
请领先人码头集合。
Gathering at the wharf.
请领先人码头集合。
Surface one naval ships. We've learned about the vast variety of food on board. And on Zhengzhou warship, there is also spicy soup and mutton noodles on board, which are both food from Henan province. And now we are at the deck where helicopters take off. Later, one aircraft will land here. Currently, they are having a net, a skid resistance net. So it means the helicopter will land on this non-slip net. Yes. This circle on the deck is to fix the helicopter. And there are many of them here. Each time, only one helicopter can land here. So whatever angle the helicopter lands, we can fix them immediately. This flight deck is quite wide. And on this side, we can see the helicopter hangar where maintenance work is undertaken here. The hangar is really big. And this is the latest type of warship. On the flight deck, we can also have training and drills here. It's quite wide. When there are no helicopters, we have other activities. So how long before the task that you undertake a preparation? So 20 minutes. 20 minutes preparation is enough. Let's have a look. On the flight deck, the surface is non-slip or non-skid surface. Because over the sea, due to the large waves, the ship might tilt from one side to the other. That's why it's quite necessary to have the non-slip net and the non-slip deck. And you can hear the sound of my shoes scrubbing the surface. Huge resistance. The bell just rang. This is a damage control warning. What does it mean? The warning was fire at a place on board. This is a drill. For damage control, first there's a warning through the radio, and then all the officers will head towards the locality to have a firefighting drill or damage control drill. What you see is a firefighting drill. Prepare to extinguish the fire. Check the temperature. What's the status of firefighting? Withdrawal of all officers. Turn off the pipe. Check if there's still fire inside. Get the power ready. gathering of officers. So this is a basic procedure for a firefighting drill. Yes. And after each drill, there is a comment session to summarize the basic situation of this drill. Stand at ease. You were acting rapidly and carried out all the procedures proficiently. Withdrawal. So, Zhang Ting and Shu Yu, is this the first time for you two to witness such a drill? I am a special force officer, so I also witnessed similar drills before. I want to know if you have some contingency plans. Yeah, we have. We have officers on duty every day. And the officer also has damage control duties. So for each naval officer, the basic skill is to control damages on board. Our officers wear the firefighting suits. And according to the temperature, the fire, they'll choose different types of firefighting suits. So, Zhang Ting, you must be quite familiar with the firefighting suit. No, I don't have it in my unit, but I also saw it before. Okay, after this, we'll have a small challenge to you. There are two types of firefighting suits. Damage control officers can be protected from high temperature and fire by wearing such garments. For the most vulnerable parts of human body, we can have protection. So there are firefighting suits that have separated parts or an integral part. And the challenge is for you to put them up. I'll first show you how to wear this firefighting suit. And after demonstration, the two young representatives will go through the challenge of putting on the firefighting suit. This is the suit with connected parts. It's like a jumpsuit. First, we'll put on the boots. Before putting on the suit, we'll check whether we have enough pressure in this bottle, whether there are damage to different parts. The second step is to mount the gas cylinder. And here we need some cooperation from another officer to lift the suit. This is a pressure meter. So normally, how long does it take for an officer to put on this suit? 1.5 minutes. For separated suits, it's easier. Remember all the procedures. Just like how we memorize all the textbook content before an exam in middle school. If you can't do well in one step, and then you face serious consequences. So in all the drills, we need to be really careful and take them really seriously. And then in real firefighting scenarios, you can act efficiently. So you have finished wearing the suit. Could you step forward? What's the weight of the suit? Less than 5 kilograms. But the gas cylinder is quite heavy. Just now, Zhang Ting said it's quite light. And I think for explosive handling officer is, of course, not that heavy. And then the officer will dismantle the firefighting suit, and the young representative will experience putting on the suit. Zhang Ting is an explosive disposal officer, so she's quite familiar with it. And I think Zhang Ting can help with Shu Yu in putting on the suit. You can work together, and Zhang Ting can capitalize your professional knowledge. For separated suits, the cylinder is outside of the suit, but for the jumpsuit, the cylinder is within the firefighting suit. The oxygen bottle is the same. We'll use the one we used earlier. Okay, next we'll see how the representative deal with the challenge of putting on the suit. Okay, start. Okay, dear audience, let's time the representative and see how long Shu Yu will take to finish the basic procedures of putting on firefighting suits. First, you put on the belt, and then you pull over the trousers, the pants. And then the clothes. Separated suits are different with the jumpsuit. You need to put on the pant first and then the coat. It's a little bit different from the one he saw earlier, so it takes more time. Just don't panic. We still have time. Zip the coat, have the belt on, and then you can continue. Keep it tight. Mount the oxygen bottle. Put on the mask. And then the helmet. Okay, take it off first. Don't panic. We need to follow all the necessary procedures. After the mask, we need to ensure that it's tightly worn. Gloves. Wait, before wearing the gloves, you need to put this on your thumb. To ensure that the coat is closely attached to your body. So this is to ensure that there is no exposure of your skin to the fire. Now, Shu Yu has finished wearing the suit. Would you please comment on his performance? It's really good, considering it's his first time. A little bit more than 2 minutes under the guidance of our officer and with the help of Zhang Ting. Okay, applause for your performance. Just now, we had with us Mr. Yan Xingwu. Thank you again. Before the program, a lot of netizens left their comments. They were wondering if there were any female officers on board, and Captain Wei is also a female officer. There is also a special area for the female officers. Many netizens are very curious about the living area for female officers. So can we have a look at the living area for females? Yes. But it's below the deck. So maybe the signal is not bad. The signal is bad below the deck. So we have also we did some homework yesterday. Later we'll release a video. We know that the helicopter may land anytime. So first we'll watch the landing and then the video to the living area of female officers. Shu Yu, bravo. How do you feel now? I feel it's really cool. It's a heavy suit, so after taking off the suit, I feel really good. the weight is hindrance to my moves. Actually, wearing suit is quite a simple task because in real-time scenarios, you need to face the smoke, and also you need to climb the stairs. It's even more complicated. Gathering on the wharf, there was a radio notice. On the deck, a lot of instructions are given through the radio. So at all the paths on board, we can see such firefighting suits. It's also a standard practice. So for our naval officers, they not only need to know the naval knowledge, but also firefighting knowledge. Because we deal with everything on board, like maneuvering the advanced equipment, the ammunition, cooking, everything is taken care of by our own officers. So thank you again. Salute.
现在呢，我们就先给大家送上咱们这个女兵生活区域的小片，然后之后呢，我们根据这个直升机。
Dear audience, next we'll release a video about the living area of female officers. Later, we'll have a look at the landing of aircraft. And later, our young representative will have a new challenge. They will reach the cockpit. Whether they can see Captain Wei and what they will say later. Okay, let's wait till the next session of our program. We have with us Sun Mengmeng. She will show us around the living area of female officers. The netizens really care about this part, and they are quite curious. This is like the dormitory cabin. It can accommodate 12 officers with 6 beds. We also have space for each one where they can put their clothes. And below the bed, we can put shoes. So everyone will lay out their uniforms here. Do you wear makeup? Yes, we also have cosmetics. Usually we have soundproof. So what kind of soundproof? 50 plus. Do you have weekends? Yes. 2 days off. We watch movies. Captain Wei is really fond of movies. Do you mean watching movies in a cinema? Yes. So you said Captain Wei is really fond of movies, and you know that? Yes. She'll buy us tickets. There's also a weight scale. For female officers, there is also a body weight requirement for all the officers. We are fans of Captain Wei, so we'll be there at the program. Dear audience, good morning. You're at the joint streaming efforts by Voice and CCTV News. For this event, CCTV News had solicited questions from netizens. And during the program, we'll have discussion with the host Tsai Beining and our guests. And we are at Zhengzhou warship. This is Mr. Zhang Haibin. Hello everyone, I'm Zhang Haibin from Zhengzhou warship. I'm responsible for sailing, and we are at the room where we can see the nautical chart. This is a chart house. It's critical for ensuring safety of sailing. I'm sure that the netizens are curious about the basic knowledge here. So would you please tell us how can we show the distance and the speed here? On normal use vehicles, there are maps. And on the warship, we also have a map, but we use a different unit, a nautical mile. 1 nautical mile equals to 1.852 kilometer. 1 sea mile equals to around 1.8 kilometer.
我们的2位青年代表现在已经到了海图市，我们请他们过来。舒玉你好，你好，你好，来，张婷你好，那这样2位青年代表到了以后呢
Okay, the 2 young representatives have reached the chart house.
张海图，我们也请我们的航海长啊，这个带着2位青年代表呢来体验一下。
We can see there's a map in front of us, and our officer will lead you in experiencing the drawing of travel path. Left above, there's a name for the map. In the north, it is North Korea, and in the south, it is the Philippines. The scale is 3.5 million. The plotting scale is 3.5 million. And we can see the longitude and also latitude on this map. These are the tools we use. We have rulers and also other scales to help us settle the direction, the longitude, and the latitude. Okay, for example, we are traveling from Ningbo to Qingdao City. Can you draw us the line of the travel path? For each path, there are several dots or several First, we need to mark all those dots, and I'll show you how to do it. For example, 30 degrees north, 112 east, 122 east. First, we settle the dots.
这就把刚才
Then we use a pencil
北纬30度，东经122度这个点定出来了。
to mark it.
我们会给一个航向，比如我们航向走了一个，
So this is the dot for 13 knots, 122 east. And then
按一个
we'll mark the direction.
东风度，然后走。
And there are a lot of terminologies while we do this.
沙里的话，海图上也可以卡出来，海图上也可以卡出来。沙里，然后相应的距离在海图上可以给它就是可以给它度量出来，度量出来以后，就把相应的点标出来。这个其实也就相当于我们一个转向点。然后如果我们要去青岛的话，肯定是转向完。
And we can mark the distance, for example, 10 nautical miles on the map.
我们可以做一个
If we are heading towards Qingdao, we'll head north,
大航向，比如
so we can draw a line here,
可以讲到了，这个我们是
a larger direction.
航向用的。你看这里也标着，就是340，是吧？也就是3-4栋。
I mentioned earlier this triangular plate is for measuring direction.
然后这两条航线做出来，基本上就也到了青岛的一个
And
外。
through the ruler, we can draw a line here.
这个叫做平尺啊和三角板就可以来画出我们
So through
纬度我们的航线。
the ruler and the triangular plate, we can draw
谁愿意试一下？我们请
the longitude, latitude, and also the direction
选两个地方。
of the travel path. So the two of you, which one is interested
北纬31度，然后东经123度，这个
in experiencing?
31度，
北纬31度。
Okay, I'll give you a position. 31 north, 123 east.
先把这个偏尺把这个纬线，然后把这个偏尺呢，
On the left of the map, we can see
方规把经
latitude.
东经123度，一个角卡住。
This compass is to facilitate the drawing of longitude and latitude.
然后用铅笔在相应的位置标出。
And then mark the dots with the pencil.
认为需要调整的，您随时可以告诉我们。
然后可以一般我们用一个十字的。
Please let us know if we need to adjust the procedure.
就是定出来一个位置。
We need to put a sign here.
定出这个位置之后，就找它的航向。
对，然后就下一步就是可以画一条航向，比如刚才说了，我们就是比如我们去那个青岛。
The next step is to find the direction.
当你航向选的时候
As I said,
应该我们海图上的一些暗航物，
we are going to Qingdao City,
沉船啊
so we need to mark a direction.
标注的，就尽量把
But we still need to
也就是说，我们海图上会有
follow the signs on the map. For example, some submerged ships
别快的话，这距离可以
and
距离一般
submerged rocks.
1海里以上，对，航线在暗航物一侧1海里以上。
Usually, the pass is more than
我们请
1 nautical
航海
miles.
长帮助一下淑玉，我们来共同完成这个航线。
比如我们就是下一个航向是走33洞，是吧？然后用三角板，先用那个角度
找到方向。
对，找到方向卡住，然后平行尺跟那个三角
We
板
use the triangular
啊
plate
通过平行尺
to find the direction,
然后
fix it here,
移动，
and put the parallel ruler together
这个
with the
方
plate.
向就是
And
33
then, by moving the parallel ruler,
就是33洞。
we can fix the direction for the point we marked earlier.
按照这方向。
是的，
So this is
感觉怎么
the
样？
path we are to follow.
感觉挺难的
Yes.
但我相信通过一次又一次的，
How do you feel, Shuyu? I think it's quite complicated,
可以越来越熟悉。如果
but I believe
像你
with
的梦想
practice,
好了，那
practice makes
海
perfect.
图式
and you'll be closer to your dream.
感谢一下航黑长啊，您又体验，然后又告诉我
Okay, this is all for the chart house.
航线。那我们
Thank you again for showing us how to draw the travel path.
进入驾驶室，然后去见韦舰长啊。那么
The final link. We are heading towards the cockpit to see Ms. Wei. Okay, let's go to the cockpit.
现在在我身边的呢是我们郑州舰的5副政委，我想观众朋友刚才应该已经
With me
我们的副政委
is
接触了很久。
Mr. Wu. I believe you saw him earlier.
我的同事无双呢，现在就在那扇门的门口。那么从那扇门进去，舰长就在那里等待大家。
My colleague Wu Shuang is right at the entrance of the door, and Captain Wei is waiting for us all.
那么你们2个人
But there's another challenge before you get to see Captain Wei. I will have some questions. Three questions.
问题不难。
Only one of you can enter the cockpit. There's a competition between you two. I don't think the questions are hard to answer, especially the first two, because all the answers can be found in previous program content. And for our netizens, you can also try answering the questions. If you got them right, you can have a gift. Scan the barcode here, the QR code. Okay, are you ready? The first question. Establishment of PLA Navy. April 23rd of 1949. Yes, correct. Second. Over the sea. What's the unit of distance and speed? Nautical mile and knot.
非常明显的是，舒瑜呢答对了前2道题，
Correct.
但是我觉得舒瑜非常的专业，所以我
So obviously, Shu Yu has got 2 questions right. I think Shu Yu is very professional. I would like to add one more question.
水面舰艇都有哪
I want you to take turns
啊？一人说一个。
in telling us the types of warships.
哪些种类？
比如说啊，驱逐舰、护卫舰，然后这些类似。
Just list the types of ships we have,
找谁？
like destroyers, etc. Just enumerate.
驱逐舰，张平。
Destroyer,
巡航舰
准确的是叫巡洋舰。
巡
巡洋舰
啊，
cruise,
3种了。
航空有吗？
没有这么个名字。
Frigate.
大胆的说，没事。
还有反潜的。
anti-air vessel. No, there's no such a name, but just be brave. Anti-submarine ships.
这方
一
面
个我们这个驱逐舰，还有那个护卫舰。
You were stressing the function of the ship, but the name is not right. Okay, the political commissar will tell you more about it. There
巡洋舰，
are different types, like aircraft carrier. This is the largest vessel we have. And cruise,
我们的驱逐舰，这就是我们现在驱逐舰，我们的护卫舰，啊，还有我们的补给舰、
and
登陆舰、
battleship, rarely seen.
舰，啊，还有
And also destroyer, a supply ship,
导弹艇，
a grounding ship,
都算。
and also amphibian
猎潜艇，
ships,
这些都有，都算啊。
artillery ships, grounding vessels,
我们种类
etc.
很多种类。
非常多的种类。好了，那我们
There are
也谢谢
also mine clearance
那下面
ships.
我们就请舒瑜走向驾驶室。
Thank you for the introduction. Next, Shu Yu, go to the cockpit.
有想到最后是你自己会胜利吗？没有想到。那你此刻心情现在怎么样呢？
Congratulations. Did you ever imagine it's you that get to see Captain Wei? How do you feel now? I'm really excited. After entering the room, you can see Captain Wei. I'm really excited to see her in person. Good morning, Captain Wei. Welcome. Welcome, the winner. I've got a gift. This is a hat for our warship. I heard that you won in the competition. Congratulations. Captain Wei, Shu Yu wants to get enlisted. And he told us that your experience is quite inspiring to him. And he wants to communicate with you during the program. So you've got more encouraging words to him. I hope that you can go through challenges and win competitions just like you did earlier, so that you can reach your destination and achieve your goals. Okay, put on the hat. I hope Shu Yu can realize your dream just like Captain Wei. I think I will. Let's work together for that. On the wharf, the program is to start. And during the broadcasting, there were more questions from netizens, and I'll pose the most asked questions. One netizen asked, "What's your motivation to give up the stable job and high-paid job in the private sector to choose the Navy?" Okay, I'll take the question. When I was young, I only knew what I didn't like. But as I got older, I get to know what I like. And after I find my preference, I cannot give up. I hope I can wear uniform all my life. So Captain Wei chose this work, this job, for your desire, and this is more attractive than the private sector. And for each one, attractions are different. And I find it more exhilarating to wear uniforms and work together with my fellow officers to address challenges on the sea. So choices of professions and life are quite important, and you can have a sense of gain by choosing such careers. Another netizen asked, "Did you find anything hard to adjust to when you were having the transition from Miss Intercontinental to a Navy officer?" No, I didn't have any. I embraced my life. I worked from my mental side to adjust to new life, because I was quite determined that this is what I want to do. So other difficulties can be overcome. So Captain Wei didn't have any pressure while she chose this career, and she was also confident that she can overcome any difficulty. Okay, thank you for the comment. Due to weather reasons, landing of aircraft might be delayed, so maybe our netizens cannot see the landing in our program. And this is also quite natural. the program voice is to begin on the wharf.
上见。好的，谢谢观众朋友们。那
I really look forward to your performance in the program. Okay, this is the end of our streaming. Thank you.